Hi, Sally Rogers here for day 115 of A Song a Day Keeps the Virus Away. Well, last time I spoke with you, I was on a ferry to the island of Nantucket to visit my dear sweet daughter Maya, and we had a wonderful weekend together. Now I'm home again, and while we were there, we just saw so many amazing things. First of all, there's this big, huge area where there's a Quaker cemetery from the island was at one time pretty much loaded with Quakers, and particularly seamen and abolitionists and all kinds of folks in the 1800s. And we went to the Whaling Museum, which is a wonderful, wonderful whaling museum. And they had a special exhibit in honor of the 100th anniversary of women's right to vote. They had a wonderful little button there. They didn't have it for sale in their gift shop, darn it. But as I was looking across the women there, I noticed Lucretia Coffin. Well, Lucretia Coffin became Lucretia Mott. And later in her life, we know Lucretia Mott as an abolitionist and a fighter for women's rights. She was born in 1793 on Nantucket, which is why I'm going to sing this song today, because I've got Nantucket on the brain. She was born on the island, and when she got old enough to work, she ended up teaching in a school, and she discovered that the men there were being paid a lot more than she was as a woman, and that was the beginning of her dedication to winning women's rights and trying to work for the vote. Of course, she passed away long before she ever got the vote, but if it hadn't been for her and so many others, we wouldn't have gotten it. In 1840, she was excluded from participation in the World's Anti-Slavery Convention in London. She traveled to London for this convention, and when she got there, the 6 women that were there were not allowed to participate in any of the conversations that were going on, and that didn't sit well with her either. So in 1848, along with Elizabeth Cady Stanton, they organized the first convention for women's rights at Seneca Falls, New York. So anyway, I found this song in that wonderful book, Rise Up Singing, which many of you I'm sure have, but you can find this under the women's section. And I was just leafing through the book, and that's when I discovered, oh, yeah, that's right, Lucretia Mott was born on Nantucket. I think I'm going to have to sing this song for you today. And it has a wonderful chorus because it's the tune of the Battle Hymn of the Republic. And I want to tell you who wrote the words. It is by Margaret Hope Bacon, and she also wrote a book called Valiant Friend, The Life of Lucretia Mott, published in 1980. So if you're looking for a good book about Lucretia Mott, there it is. And it's also, this song was published in the great songbook called Here's to the Women. If you're looking for songs about women and women's rights, that's a great book for you. Here's to the Women. I don't know that it's still in print, but I do know that you can still find used copies of it. So would you please sing along with me on the chorus of this? You'll know the melody immediately. Thank thee kindly friend Lucretia, thank thee kindly friend Lucretia, thank thee kindly friend Lucretia, for thy light still shines for me. On the island of Nantucket she was born beside the sea. All her long life she fought to make women free, and she told us that where God dwells there must be true liberty, and her light still shines for me. Your turn. Thank thee kindly friend Lucretia, thank thee kindly friend Lucretia, thank thee kindly friend Lucretia, for thy light still shines for me. In the town of Philadelphia she hid the fleeing slaves. For the freedom of her sisters she dared cross ocean waves, and she asked Ulysses Grant to grant a pardon for the braves, and her light still shines for me. Your turn. Thank thee kindly friend Lucretia, thank thee kindly friend Lucretia, thank thee kindly friend Lucretia, for thy light still shines for me. cities and across the countryside. She preached one simple message: oh, let truth be e'er thy guide. Mind the light within thee, and let love with thee abide, and her light still shines for me. Thank thee kindly, friend Lucretia. Thank thee kindly, friend Lucretia. Thank thee kindly, friend Lucretia, for thy light still shines for me. Thy light still shines for me. The Lucretia Mott song. And as I was thinking singing this, I was thinking when I talked about her going to Philadelphia. If you recall, a few weeks ago, I sang a song about Henry Box Brown, who hid himself in a box, packed himself up in a crate, 2 feet by 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet, and mailed himself from Virginia to a bunch of Quakers in Philadelphia. And I don't know that Lucretia Mott was there at that moment, but I'm sure she was probably partly in cahoots with that whole gang that got him out of slavery and into freedom in Philadelphia. And that song, Henry Box Brown, will be on my new album called Old Friends I Never Met. And I'm telling you, it's going to be really good. I'm so excited about it. We're mixing the songs right now. And it's slow going because of COVID, but we're getting it done. And you can order it in advance from my website, www.sallyrogers.com. So that's all I have for today. Hope you enjoyed the little history lesson, and we'll see you again tomorrow. And be well, be safe. See you tomorrow.